So ตามพรลิง it's basically the former name of
นครศรี
นครศรีธรรมราช province
yeah
and some Thai people still believe that there's an ancient city,
under the
yeah, in the mountain,
yes maybe yeah
in เขาหลวง in
Hey everyone, welcome back to Anshel Media. We are your hosts, Banana and Kim, and we are here with our latest obsession, the mains from the series The Cursed Love, Au and Ongsa. Yay!
สวัสดีครับ
Yeah.
ครับทุกคน
Hello. Before we dive into our interview, we have to ask the question that we ask all of our guests on our show, and that is, do you watch anime? And if you do, what is your favorite anime?
I remember when I was a kid I was obsessed with Dragon Ball and and like back then it was like Thai TV only put it on a show only once a week.
Mhm.
So I remember I was waiting every week to watch one episode of Dragon Ball.
That was
Yeah.
rough. Yeah.
I think that was the same here, so I feel you.
Oh, okay.
We had that with Sailor Moon.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Saturday morning
Saturday morning.
All right. What about you, Ongsa?
Yeah.
to be honest I've never watched any anime before but I just started watching K-pop Demon Hunters is an anime
Oh,
Oh,
no, but it's really good.
really good yeah but not finished yet I just watch it because I like the song yeah
oh. Yeah, the music was really good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so fun. I really think it's kind of cool because I think a lot of the times, even though we live a world away, we all end up watching the same thing. So it's really exciting to know that we also grew up on Dragon Ball. And yes, K-pop Demon
Yeah.
Hunters is a really fun movie. Uh, but something else that is incredibly fun right now is your guys' series. It has been really, really fun to watch. And we've seen so many international fans that have really, really loved like waiting for the episodes each week, ourselves included. So we are going to jump into some questions about the series right now. So our first question is that this series is actually quite different from other BL series that we've seen before. And we were wondering, what were your guys' feelings and reactions when reading the storyline and the script for this series?
When I first read the script, I felt exciting to be like a part of this project because what makes the series different is I think they focus on many genres. We also have
Mhm.
like actions, we have a little bit of comedy, romantic, and also fantasy.
Mhm.
So when I first read the story, I knew that it's gonna be challenging and fun.
yeah
Mm.
as same as him for me I was really surprised when I first read the script yeah because it's really fun and interesting plot we have everything that he told you just like fantasy romantic comedy
Yeah.
or something like that so it's really surprise for me to like doing some kind of this yeah
I feel like you're definitely right. I feel like this series has so much in it and so many layers, and I think it makes
Mhm.
it even more engaging to follow your guys' characters because of all of the layers in it. And you guys have done such a phenomenal job of acting out all of those layers that have been in the series. So that's really been amazing too. Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
All right. So I guess in that fantasy element, as international fans, we unfortunately don't know much about Thai culture and mythology. And so we were wondering what elements of your story that is tied to your past lives and Tambaling, what elements of those are rooted in Thai mythology?
So ตามพรลิง it's basically the former name of
นครศ
น
รี
ค
ธร
ร
รม
ศรี
รา
ธร
ช
รมราช province
yeah
and some Thai people still believe that there's an ancient city,
under the
Yeah, in the mountain.
yes maybe yeah
In Khao Luang, in mountain Khao Luang. So some people still think there's a ancient city hiding behind it, but no one's really never find it.
yes
So right now it's still a
mystery
mystery. Yeah.
yeah and it's in the south of Thailand
Yeah.
yes Nakhon Si Thammarat is a province in the south of Thailand yeah
Okay, so this is like kind of rooted in like actual beliefs and it's not fully made up.
yes it's
Yeah.
actual belief yeah
Okay,
not just like
Oh, wow.
that's cool.
some
You know, that's wild because we were watching today's episode a couple hours ago, and we're going to Thailand next month, and it made me kind of wish like, oh, I actually want to be out adventuring and looking for ancient ruins rather than staying in Bangkok the whole time. So
good
it's
choice to go
Nakhon Si
there.
Thammarat
yeah.
because
yes
you can go to the beach, the south side of Thailand. We
Mhm.
got like beautiful.
so
Mm.
many places to like travel for you I think
Yeah. Well, now I want to go find ancient ruins instead.
maybe you can find the Tumralinga yeah guys maybe
That's so
My
funny.
little camera, go live on YouTube.
That's so interesting to know about, though. We really did wonder watching it, especially with the flashbacks, because we thought, I wonder if this is kind of just unique to this story, like lore created for it, or if it is tied to a piece of Thai culture. So I'm really glad we got a chance to talk with you guys about that. I think probably a lot of international fans have wondered that as well. So yeah, that's so fun.
oh my
Uh, all right. So, for our next question. All right. So, in our scene, not in today's episode, but actually last week's episode, there was a scene where both of you were able to use your healing necklace, and during that time, there was kind of like a shared vision of the past. And I think in this series as well, we also experience Ongsa's character having a lot of these flashbacks to the past as well. So, going forward, do you think that their connection, these characters' connection with each other, is going to be more shaped by things that are happening in present day or more by feelings and things that are coming back from the past?
Uh, I think it's from both. It just the beginning. It's like in the past we got a bond together that
yeah
bring us to meet in present, and they are gonna develop the relationship without even knowing it. So basically, I think it's from both. It started from the past, and it's growing in present.
yeah and I think that seeing the same past together with like any people definitely make our soul just like more
Yeah.
connected and what we're doing in the present like the relationship development is also make us more connected to yeah
I do feel kind of bad though, because I feel like Kun Kao is constantly trying, and Siwat is making moves, is making it very hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so this series has quite a few veteran actors actually, and so were you able to kind of lean on them for any acting advice while going through this series?
They they help us a lot, and I know that they are professional because after the director said like action,
yeah
they completely change and turn into a character. I think that's so cool, and I want to perform like them someday.
yes and sometimes we ask them for like an advices
Yeah.
but sometimes we just learn from watching them play and try to absorb their techniques or just like something that they do and we think it's cool and it's very great we try to absorb to our soul
I love that. So I guess in seeing them able to just jump right into character, like for you guys, did you kind of have to like take a minute to get into character before the director would say action?
yes for me it's my first time so I think I had to use some time to like okay just think of the character think of the scene or think of what I'm going to do in the scene and just
Yeah.
like get into the character yeah
Yeah, for me too, because I have to be focused and know my objective in the scene and stay focused on that. So it takes me like a few minutes before the scene start.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Honestly, acting seems so incredibly hard. And because of that, I feel like when I am watching shows, and in this show, I think every character has their own personality in it. And I also feel like even though we're only a few episodes into this show right now, your characters have had like a lot of emotional situations, right? And I know I said this before, but like the acting in this has been so good. You just said this is your first time. I didn't actually know that, and I wouldn't have thought that. So you've surprised me.
Không phải, first time.
Yeah. Oh man. But actually speaking about this series and kind of the different types of scenes it's had in it, I mean there's been so many scenes. There's been like fight scenes, there's been more action scenes, emotional scenes. What kind of workshops did you guys do that were kind of like unique to this series? Did you guys do like any special training for anything?
Since we also focus on actions, we also have
Workshop?
training,
Yeah.
action training a lot because we don't want to hurt ourselves in the scene. So we have to be like prepared and be ready for it.
Yes.
We also doing a lot of workshops
Yes.
on like how to say general scene on all the scenes and also the
Perfect.
love scene.
Yes. Oh, because I've never done something like this before.
Mhm.
So I think I had to learn how to use my body along with safety. Yeah. So I think we took lots of workshop classes before filming.
Yeah. I specifically think of the kind of like practice fight scene that was in the river. That was a really, really awesome scene. Yeah.
What was one of your biggest challenges when filming, either physically, emotionally, or just logistically, since you guys were filming so much outdoors in nature?
I think it's the action scenes in the middle of the forest because all the weather and it was so hot. It was sun and we gotta do action, so it was hot.
Yeah. I can only
Or like,
imagine.
yeah, just like as he said that the action scene is actually hard because we have to play in the forest
And yeah,
and there are so many things that we cannot control.
sometimes it's raining and we gotta hide.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
Where?
we have to
Escape the rain. Yeah. Okay.
the cafeteria.
In the cafeteria.
Wow.
How often
Yes.
did the rain like kind of interrupt your filming?
Just a couple times, just a
Oh.
few times.
Okay.
I was thinking about the heat too, and I was thinking, well, I guess it's a good thing that they had some of those scenes in the river. That must have been nice.
Yes.
Nice and cold.
The weather.
Uh, all right. And then do you guys have a favorite scene from the series or like a scene that you thought felt like really cool acting it out?
I like the scene where Kun Khao and Tara practicing and use knife practicing
Mm.
Yeah.
and fighting. I think it was so cool because we were fighting on a creek and the way like the water splash and the action, it was so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
The choreography for that looked really, really good. I was like, these guys have done this before.
How can we do something like this in our real life?
Right.
For me, I would say that every scene that I use my power, the
Mm.
fire. Because actually, I would say that it's my dream since I was young of playing something like this, of playing the character that has a power. So it's really like cool to be
Aw.
Siwat with fire control.
You got to be like an X-Men for your first role.
Yes, maybe something like that is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I feel that kind of answers our next question, actually. But we've seen in interviews with superhero actors that sometimes they kind of feel a bit silly because they have to rely on special effects to be added afterwards. And since you're dealing with like elemental powers, did you guys ever kind of feel that way? You know, just kind of standing there, like acting things out without being able to see the powers?
For me, I think I skipped that part because I was so focused on using my imagination to really see it. So I just focusing on believing.
I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
for me, definitely not. Because as I told you that it's my dream. So I always wait for the scene like that to what use his power.
Hmm.
And if I read the script and just like, oh, today I can use my power. And I was like,
Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Honestly, again, all of the scenes have looked really seamless. So, it makes me really excited to see too what more scenes will be like in the future, like the more and more that your characters use their powers. And I'm sure we're gonna get other characters using powers too, so I'm excited.
Gonna be
All
more
right.
fun and more intense.
I can't wait. Like both Kim and I are convinced that this series was made for us. Because
Yeah.
she really likes powers. I really like adventuring into ancient temples. And we both like BL, so made for us.
Yay. Well, that wraps up our questions. And so now we are going to jump into a fun game. This game is basically a this or that game. We're going to ask questions that are just for fun for both of you. You guys can decide who's going to answer first. All right. For each of you, do you prefer filming action scenes or emotional scenes?
Action.
emotional.
Oh.
No.
All right.
All right. Do you prefer filming on a studio set or an outdoor location?
Outdoor location for me.
Oh, I would say studio. I
Oh.
thought you were going to answer the same thing as me.
All right, maybe the next one.
Yes.
All right. In life, are you more the type to go to carefully plan things or just go with the flow?
Not the same for sure.
Go with the flow.
I think
Yes. Maybe next one.
maybe next one.
Maybe this next one. Okay. All right. If given the choice, would you rather go on an adventure or stay at home?
I think this one gonna be the same. Stay at home.
Oh, stay at home. Finally.
Hey!
Same thing. Right now.
Yay.
Yay.
You guys are
That's
like,
so
we had enough adventure filming in the jungle.
Yeah. I'm assuming they found the city, so they can stay home now. All right. And then for you both, do you tend to show your love for other people by giving them compliments or by teasing them?
For me, it has to be both because just to make love not boring.
Okay.
For me, I would go to tease them. Oh, tease. Yeah. Because I think I can give the compliments to any people. But if I love someone, I would dare to like tease them.
Mm. All right. Fun facts for fans.
Yeah.
We have another game.
Yay!
See how
All right.
pretty.
So after the this or that game, we have one other game. This one is called In Your Character's Boots, where we will ask you questions that kind of compare you to your characters. And just like the last game, these questions are for both of you. And so for our first question, if you could have an elemental power in real life, what power would you choose?
I would choose. This has to be the same power in the series,
As the
or it can
series.
be any power.
As the series.
I would still choose the wind power,
You still choose the wind?
Just-
Okay.
just to travel
Just to
faster.
That's fair.
actually.
Yeah.
Interesting answer.
Yeah.
I still with fire control like him, yeah.
Just to cook.
No,
Cook,
I think it's on
barbecue.
barbecue, yeah.
He can cook
I
and
think
you can show up on time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I would say that answer, okay. Sounds great right now.
Oh, that is so funny. Okay, how good would your survival skills be if you were stuck in the jungle overnight?
I think I would make it overnight, but not surviving for like weeks or months.
Mm.
Maybe just a few.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I would say 0% survival chance. So,
It's like
I
1
don't think
hour.
that I would,
Honestly, me too.
I would say that I would not like find a way to like get out of the jungle. Maybe I would let myself die or wait for someone to like help me.
I survival TV shows a lot, so
So I feel like what I'm hearing is that if this were to happen, you guys might need to get stuck together and just
yeah.
make it out the first night.
Um,
That's funny.
all right. Which one of you would be better suited to a life of wow. Which one of you would be better suited to a life of adventuring to ancient cities?
Ooh, I would say you.
And one thing that I think of it's I am an easy eater. I can eat anything, and I like to try everything. So that's maybe me
So
because of this.
That would be really helpful, though. Oh, that's so funny. All right. If you had a mystical past life, would you actually want to know about it?
Of course, yeah, I would like to know. But
Me
if
too.
it hurt someone, I wouldn't want to know anymore.
Good answer.
Mm.
I'm gonna go.
Is that a clue?
But
Yeah,
With my thinking cap on here.
But I guess the
me
caveat,
too.
yeah.
Mm.
not too bad.
But not too what as Ongsa. Yeah.
All right, all right. Okay. And then if you both had these powers in real life, who would be most likely to accidentally reveal it in public first?
Ongsa.
I think if I have a power, I will go to tell everyone. Look at my
Look at my power.
The
You
dream
want me
came
to burn your
true.
life first? Yeah, I can cook for you.
I can cook for you. Barbecue at my place.
That is so funny.
Boy, I'd love to tell everyone right now. I wish I could have in real life. Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Honestly, that's really fair, though. I feel like it's so cool. It would be kind of hard to keep hidden.
How can you keep like your very special things in your life with only you?
To
I
yourself.
don't know.
That is very true. That's very true. But now we know the answer to this important question. All right. Well, that wraps up our questions for today, which means that we have reached a very fun segment of our interview where we get to throw the power back to you. So for this, you get the opportunity to either ask us any questions or ask inner fans any questions you might have.
I would like to ask, what is your favorite scene, and what do you like most about the Cursler?
Mm.
That's so hard. Let me think. The reason that I feel like it's hard is because my favorite scene so far is actually one that you mentioned. But it really was that fight scene that was in the creek.
Oh yeah.
Silly. But I think that the scene was sometimes when scenes happen in series, it almost feels kind of like a preview of things to come. And so being able to see all of the really hard work that went into the action scenes and seeing this really good choreography, honestly, just makes me really excited for future scenes with your characters on their adventure and what other action scenes there will be and what types of situations your guys' characters might end up in. So I feel like that scene stuck out to me because I remember feeling like this scene was so good. I'm like so excited for things that'll happen in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel
Yeah.
like not just that scene, but also just the entire sequence leading up to it of all the rescuers doing like their morning exercise routine.
Mm.
That felt very inspirational. Like I was watching that thinking like, wow, I wish I had that kind of energy to to do that.
I guess I
Um,
gotta get to the gym.
I gotta get to the gym. That one wasn't my favorite scene though. I think my favorite scene so far was when Siwat was this past episode when Siwat was exploring the temple and ended up at the museum. Just because we got to learn a lot more of like the history, kind of the history that wasn't tied to the mystical storyline, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we got to learn more about that. And like I mentioned, I'm a big ancient temple history nerd. And I guess that leads me into the reason I love The Cursed Love so much is because it has been a giant throwback to all the movies that I loved when I was younger. Indiana Jones, just like searching for ancient ruins, The Mummy, because you've got like an ancient cursed being that's gonna come about pretty soon. And then just like the powers, which remind me a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then it's also BL. So it's just like every genre that I love just tied up in one really nice package. And it has been such a great, it's been so much fun just watching it week to week to see where it's going to go.
But I have another question.
Mm.
I want to know if you guys could be one of the character in this series, who would you be?
Oh my gosh. It's episode 3. Do we know everybody?
That's a
Um,
good question.
that is a really good question.
Okay, I don't know if I'd have a character, but I will say the character that I am most curious about right now is actually, okay, I forgot his name, but it's Siwat's bodyguard slash best friend.
Oh,
Dean. Yeah, Dean.
Dean. Okay. I'm
Mm,
really curious about Dean because it seems like he's got good intentions, but he's still going about things the wrong way.
stuck in a bad situation.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how his character plays out in the long run.
Mm, I don't know if I can choose a character yet. So I this is what I'm going to commit to as I watch the series and I see things unfold. I will think about that to then know. Because right now I feel like there's so much I don't know. It's only episode 3. So what if I commit and then later on I'm like, I chose poorly.
I chose the wrong character.
I need more time.
Okay, fine. It's
Mm,
okay.
but I'll report back. Mm,
Do you have any other questions you want to
mm.
ask?
No, but I'd love to tell you and our fans something.
Yeah.
I want to see more reaction videos from you
Oh.
guys. Yeah, because
Ooh.
I've watched some reaction and I think I really enjoy watching them because I just want to know that how did they feel while watching this scene or like to see the real reaction from
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
So if you guys could like do more or give me some of the reactions, it would be great and I would definitely watch it. Yeah.
Okay,
Ah,
okay. We're gonna have to call
okay.
in some of our reactor friends.
Yeah, we'll put the word out.
All right. Well, that is it for our interview today. Thank you so much for joining us. It is such a pleasure to be able to talk to you guys and just dive into the series. To all of our viewers, if you are watching this interview but have not started watching The Cursed Love yet, you can catch it for free internationally on YouTube.
Mm.
And if you are not already subscribed to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so we can continue to bring you more interviews and content like this one. And thank you, Max, for being around to help with any translations. And that is it. So we will see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you soon.